humans, we have an overwhelming impact on the Earth's ecosystem. What's interesting here is that the planet as a whole, we have actually lost at least half of the world's trees that are around us. Those things that we need, that they're big, green, and leafy, and we kind of need them to breathe. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better, unfortunately. A study published today in journals Nature, well, it's actually a couple days ago now, which offers the very first data-driven global tree census. I don't know how they census a tree. I mean, it's like I have a hard enough time just getting my census in. Do they have to? Where do they have a special address for the trees? Count every one. According to the study, approximately 3.04 trillion trees, that's trillion with a T, are on planet Earth today. That's roughly 422 per person. Now, the good news is that nearly 7 times more trees than we reckoned. They put the word reckoned on this website. I don't believe that. We reckoned in previous goals estimate. The bad news, now the number of trees has declined 46% since humans have started tilling on the land. There is trees on pretty much every continent on Earth, with the exception of Antarctica, because for obvious reasons. It's a little cold there, and trees don't like to grow in the cold. At least not last time I checked. Combining these fields of measurements with satellite data on climate topography and human land use, they constructed a series of models that predict tree density worldwide at a resolution of a single square kilometer. Chris, your thoughts?
Wow, that's impressive. Only 422 per person.
Mm-hmm.
That seems awful low, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
Everybody starts needing to get their Hondas ready, I guess.
The way the researchers arrived at these numbers, they colligated 429,775 ground source measurements of the tree density from every continent on Earth, except for Antarctica, obviously. By combining tree density predictions with the spatial maps, forest cover loss, the study's authors estimate that humans are currently removing some 15.3 billion trees from the planet every year. So all this paper that you're writing on, that we're sending through the mail, whatever, making boxes out of, it obviously comes from trees. I mean, I live in a city that I've got a couple paper mills, at least one big gigantic one here in town, and it's pretty smelly. It can get pretty smelly out here. Now, the rainforest rates of forest loss are highest in the tropics, which also happens to hold what's called the lion's share of the planet's trees, roughly 1.39 trillion. That's a net loss of closer to 10 billion trees per year. But thanks to forest regrowth in some of the world's temperate regions. The thing is here, I mean, you go to some bigger cities and you see someone trying to, put a little tree down inside the concrete there so it can grow. But the problem is, we have these things driving around them called automobiles. And, people have a tendency to lose control of those automobiles and crash them down occasionally, and I've seen it done more times than I care to think about, even here in a small community where I live.
Those little trees that they put around cities, they're more for just aesthetics than anything. I mean, tiny little tree, not gonna help much with the CO2 emissions.
Not as much, no, I'd imagine not. No. But yeah, I agree. Sadly, they are just used for decorative. They're not so much used as to help regrow any populations.